Thank you, Kat. Kat is my neighbor, by the way. There was something interesting happened back in the decade of 00 to 10. My boys were both, they both graduated in that period in 02 and 04. And they went to Green Hope High School, which was a new high school outside of Cary, North Carolina. And back about, I think it was about 05, they were up here visiting, and I said, come here, guys, I want to show you something. And I showed them, I pulled out a newspaper, and it had on it the best public schools in the state of North Carolina. And I said, take a look at this. Green Hope High School, #1. And they were real proud. I was equally as proud because #2 was Hendersonville High School. That was incredible. So we have a lot to be thankful for. And we're gonna, well, first of all, if you were in the class of 0 to 10, please stand. Okay, so we're moving into the decade of 2010 to 2020, so please welcome Caleb Thorn.
Hey there, I'm Caleb Thorn. I graduated in 2016. First off, I just want to, before I get into my speech, just draw some attention to this picture up here. As I'm looking up here, I do really see a lot of memories just by looking at this picture. I mean, I think of the flags, the country flags that were along the curved sidewalk by the American flagpole. I think of, I used to eat lunch every day underneath that far tree over there on the very left, and even probably one of the more bizarre stories of today, back when, probably 2015, I was taking the ACT, and well, we had a couple of bears. We had a mama bear and two cub bears that decided to climb up, and my class finished the ACT, one of the first ones, so we got to go over and walk. We were on the 3rd floor. We went into the computer lab, and we were eye to eye with those bears. Now, the punchline, I suppose, they shepherded us at lunchtime through the school, through the stadium, and into the back of the cafeteria, through the kitchen, trying to avoid any contact with the bears. Well, eventually, I believe when the bears came down, they went through the stadium. So, well, for the 2010s, so given the high standards set by the previous classes, the classes during the decade of the 2010s hope to build on those successes and establish traditions of their own. This task was made much easier by the many faculty and staff who had either graduated from HHS or had been a part of the Bearcat family for so long they might as well have. A few of those that retired after many years of service include Walt Cottingham, Molly Flexon, Doc Sherrill, Dr. V.I., Fran Shelton, Kendall Taylor, Elaine Nylander, Pam Bolton, who just got inducted to the State Track and Cross Country Hall of Fame, and Linda Pels, Kay Youngblood. I guess we could add those two names a couple of times because they came back a few times before they officially retired. Countless others played vital roles, and many of those, as Ms. Chisholm had said, are still here today. And many of those names that I had said of the people that have retired, there are very few days that go on while I'm here teaching math that I don't think about each and every one of those teachers and what the examples that they set for us, the standards that they held us to, are really something special that I try to implement or emulate in some way every day. In the classroom, high expectations and standards were met by students with hard work and curiosity, which paid off as hundreds of thousands of dollars would be awarded each year at Move Up, which enabled many students to aspire for even greater things. And much of that money was from community benefactors as well. On the stage, the senior play continued to be mandatory viewing, and the band and strings programs continued to add to the trophy cabinet with trips to Atlanta, Los Angeles, New York's Carnegie Hall, and more. On the field, state championships were won in men's soccer, men's and women's tennis, women's track and cross country, and also 3 straight volleyball championships, which is the 3rd decade in a row that we won at least 3 straight state championships in volleyball. These achievements across a wide range of disciplines are a testament to the strength of our school and broader community to lift each other up and build something that is greater than the sum of its parts. The acquisition of the Boyd lot in the middle of the decade opened the opportunity for expansion of the campus. That opportunity, combined with the rich history and intense emotional ties to the Stillwell building, led to a major debate. Whether to rebuild, renovate, expand, or some combination of the 3 was the initial topic, but that gave way to the matter of what school would look like during construction. In the end, it was decided to renovate the Stillwell building while building a new structure that would attach, and the campus would be fully enclosed. The construction would be done in 2 phases to minimize the time spent in trailers, and we headed into the next decade preparing for disruptions, although we may not have been prepared for the major disruption.